Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is GGF bringing you episode 40, the big 4-0. Longest let's try or let's play I have done in a while of episode 40 of Let's Try Draft Day Sports College Basketball 2025. Bong bong, mashallah. Hope you guys are doing great. God bless all of you. And thanks so much for tuning in. So, we're coming off a big, huge win over North DC that propelled us to 318. Our points per game are 181st. That's not too bad. We don't rebound all that well or assist that well, and we give up a lot of points. But we're actually third in the conference. Are you kidding me? We are third. We own the tiebreak over North DC. And did we beat North Carolina Central in the last one? I don't know, but that is crazy. Look at this conference. It's all kinds of messy and spicy. And no one really out of it. These guys are 6 games behind, which may mean they can't finish winning the conference because I don't know if there's 6 games left. And Norfolk State, of course, would have to lose all those games. And we're 5 games behind. So it's a pretty clear hierarchy here. But I think there's going to be a conference tournament. I'm hoping so. Because then we can really, possibly win, and that would be awesome. We're 8-16. What did I want to do? I wanted to go back to our schedule. Morale is low, unfortunately. A lot of people not happy. 1 injury. Joey Manning, okay, he's suspended. But we're racking up some wins lately. Let's take a look at South Carolina State. If we look at the schedule, pretty sure they beat us the first time out. By 12, and we were at home. So this is going to be an away game. We lost by 12. Lake was the leading scorer with just 13, 6 assists, and Nick had 7 boards. We're coming off a huge blowout win of North DC. We were up by much more than 13. If you didn't watch that one, I suggest pausing this and going back and checking it out. Yeah, there's 5 games left in the season, guys, and we play Norfolk State again, who are 9-0 in conference. So pretty interesting stuff. Let's start simming, as it were. And letting them hands go. And we'll get into our next game. Maine gets their 6th win in 23 tries. Albany scores 100. Has a nice winning record. These teams, not so much. That's the battle of the bad teams. But not that many games today. Texas beats Arkansas and goes to 19-3. Tennessee no longer ranked, 16-8. Auburn drops to number 2. Alabama. Kentucky lost. Number 1 Kentucky lost. Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with the speed of this. Louisiana State, 5-17, beat Nashville. Missouri, 16-7. They've got to be in the hunt, I would think. Unbelievable. More action. All kinds of craziness. Jackson State drops another one to 16-6. They were doing really well. It's a game they shouldn't have lost. I think they may be in the bubble watch as well if we saw them there. But okay, here we go. It is a Tuesday and still no game, so we'll sim away. It's a Wednesday now. And it looks like a ton of games. South Bend with their 4th loss of the season. Number 6, North Carolina with their 5th loss. Winston-Salem goes to 18-5. Winston-Salem. Number 25, Miami goes to 21-4. Syracuse scores 100. Villanova, number 23, loses to 16, Omaha. North Indy goes to 19-3, beating a tough Connecticut team. Dang. Yeah, lots of games, guys, so strap in. Number 8, Cal Los Angeles loses to number 9, Michigan State. Penn State drops one, their 10th loss of the season in 25 tries. West Lafayette gets blown out. Oh, wow. Look at all these losses. 10 Illinois wins. Southern Cal goes to 16-9, but man, craziness happening again. Number 7, Kansas over 21, Iowa State in a close one. Number 11, Kansas over 20, Texas Tech. Oklahoma State 16-8. They've got to be in the mix somewhere. I'm pretty sure we saw them in the bubble watch. Cal San Diego 17-6. Great record. Towson 14-8. Elon with the drop goes to 8-14, the opposite. We're about halfway done with this Wednesday of action. North Carolina A&T beats Delaware State. Did I see that, or was that just Delaware? I'm not sure. Wisconsin Green Bay goes to 19-3. Dominating in their conference play. So Princeton wins one, 18-8 for them. .64% through. North Buffalo goes to 16-6. 13-9 Emmetsburg. South Dakota gets their 5th win in 23 tries. They've been getting a few wins lately after having a terrible record. They're 5-18 now. We're 8-16, not too bad. 4-5 in conference. Number 22 San Diego State goes to 19-5. Boise State improves to 18-9. Third in the conference, a win here would put us securely in second place or in third place, rather than be in the mix here with all these 4 and 5 teams. And a 6th loss would basically put us, even though we should have the tie break over Morgan State and Delaware State as of now. We play them again, I think, both of those teams. So lots on the line. Every conference game is so important. I don't know if Norfolk State has secured the conference or if there's going to be a tournament. Hopefully there's a tournament so maybe we can pull off an upset run, get the 3rd seed, and see if we can make it. We'd be playing like North Carolina Central. No, we'd be playing Morgan State, which we already beat if we were to start the tournament today. And then we'd play the winner of like Norfolk State and Delaware State or something. Here we are playing South Carolina State, who's 3-6. We're 4-5. Morgan State 3-6 plays Norfolk State 9-0. Delaware State 3-6 plays North DC 4-5, and North Carolina Central 4-5 plays Coppin State 6-3. So much drama, so much intrigue and messy spiciness. Player updates, suggestions: Jovan Mitchell, Brandon Freeman, Tim Jones, Joel Boone. I think we have other orders for them to go, so let's go ahead and sim it. The land drops another one. Clarksville 102 goes to 14-10, as does Florida Gulf Coast. Keep an eye out for our games. North Alabama goes to 15-9. Lay down boo boo video featuring Dougie, of course, making his bed here off to the side of me on the king size bed. Number 18, Dayton loses to Davidson. That was a big loss. Idaho goes to 14-9. Northern Colorado with the loss goes to 9-14. Sacramento State 15-8. That rhymed accidentally. New Mexico State 15-8. 33% through. Still haven't seen our games. Ohio drops their 6th game to go with 17 wins. Lost one they shouldn't have. Look at that barn burner. Central Michigan improves to 19-4. Bowling Green with the rare win. Norfolk State beats Morgan State. North DC beats Delaware State. And Coppin State beats North Carolina Central. So it pretty much played out as you'd expect. North Carolina Central and North DC still in the mix with us. They're now 5-5. Coppin State goes to 7-3. And it all depends on this next game. I forgot who we're playing already. South Carolina State, who's 3-6, but they beat us the first time. At home, they beat us, I think. Northwest DC goes to 15-8. Army drops to 2-21, the first 20-loss team I've seen. Texas Rio Grande Valley goes to 15-8. We played them pretty well. New Orleans drops to 14-9. Just about wrapping it up here. And we'll see Florida Atlantic goes to 15-8, as does Memphis with the win. And that'll just about do it. One more game. Tulsa improves to 13-11. Yeah, they're at home. So I'm going to cancel. And let's take a look at South Carolina State, because it's been a while since we saw them. Their leading score is 17.7. Chris Boone, right? I remember him. Rest of team does not put it in. We have to stop Chris Boone, Anthony Springer, Brett Nielsen, Ben Rogers, Pat Wall. Big 5 for them. Our offensive rating is slightly better. Their defensive rating is better. Their morale is just okay. They have some problems here. Henry Iverson, Landon Dilligard, and Chris Boone even. They're 133rd in net rank somehow. I don't understand how that happened. Maybe they were rated highly early in the season and they never kind of fell from that. They have a 2.5-star Chris Boone, almost 18 points per game, 4 assists, 3 rebounds. The freshman, that's crazy. Then they have some 2-star talent. Ben Rogers averaging 7, 2 assists, and about 7 boards. Javier Osler, 5 points, an assist, 1.5 rebounds. Brett Nielsen's in double figures, 10.5, 2.5 assists, 4.5 rebounds, a junior. Pat Wall, 1.5 stars, but he's averaging 8.5. An assist and a half and about 5 boards. Landon Dilligard, the center, 5 points, an assist, 2.5 boards. Teddy Singletary, he's not doing much. But yeah, Chris Boone. Oh, and Anthony Springer, 13 points, 3 assists, 3.5 boards, the sophomore. So they have crazy guys coming back for the future. And Ryan Baxter, even their point guard, doesn't average much, but he's a 2-star junior. Interesting. So we know who we have to stop. Let's give it a go, shall we? We'll save as at 40A. And we'll get it in, guys. I think I've been coaching better as of late. I'm starting to understand and be more patient and be more, kind of have my fingerprints more on the game. Not panicking as much and switching guys out willy-nilly like we're trying to roll with steady lineups and stuff like that. But let's go. Let's see. Morgan State drops. Norfolk State still undefeated. They're running away with the number 1 seed. Delaware State drops. That's their 7th loss. Morgan State's 7th loss. Oh, North Carolina Central lost, so that's their 6th loss. But Coppin State to secure that 2 position. All right, let's go, guys. South Carolina State Dogs. They all average double figures. They have a big 3 as well. And Pat Wall gave us problems last game also. So offense, we're going to run the 5 out. Favor the outside. Want to run the offense. Look for 3s. Crash those boards. Defensively, man-to-man. Half-court trap. We'll half-court trap them a little bit. Play with less intensity. Matchups, Pat Wall, Nielsen. Okay, we want to double Springer and Boone and possibly Nielsen, but let's tip it off and see what becomes of it. Oh, snap. Pause, guys. 1 second, bear with me. Oh man, I didn't have my audio set. I hope it doesn't make a difference. Lake gets it to Waylon George. To Nick out at the 3-point line. Over to Duplessis. We're reversing the ball. Waylon George gets it down low. He has a clear out. Lets one go. Can't get it. Nice attempt, though. And Chris Boone receives the outlet pass. Taken by Rogers. Ben Rogers gets it to Anthony Springer. We double him. Wall with the ball. O'Connor's there. Wall takes a shot and hits it to Pat Wall. Oh, quick pass to Nick O'Connor down low. He dishes it back out to Duplessis. Lake with it. Chris Boone gets warned. Lake puts up a shot and can't hit it. We got 2 good looks to start. Just couldn't hit them. They're running Princeton. Springer puts up a shot. White with the board. Nice defense there. He tried to shoot before the double team came, and their coach gets ignored. Duplessis on a clear out. He lets one go and knocks down the shot. We finally get a good look to go, and they break our press, but we get back. Springer with it. Double comes and leaves. Gets it to Boone. And Lake called for the foul. Number 1 on him. No changes. And pass goes out of bounds. Last touch by the defense. 1 second. I have to text somebody. All right, let's go. 2-2 early on. Lake defending. Gets it to Rogers. Rogers had a good look. Misses. The ball bounces out of bounds to the good guys. Charles Lake brings it over half court, sprints down, gets it to Duplessis. He gets it to Nick at the 3-point line, top of the key. Lake has it. Attempts to drive, pulls up, and scores it. Nice move by Charles Lake. I try to argue for the M1, and I get ignored. Pat Wall has it now. Nick is there. Ben Rogers. To Nielsen. We're not doubling Nielsen. He puts up a shot, rattles out. Duplessis with the board among the trees. Waylon George has it. Puts up a shot. No good. His second miss. But he's aggressive early, shooting the mid-range. Duplessis coming off a 6-steal game. He gets the foul number 1. South Carolina State yet to commit a team foul. It's a little worrying. Brett Nielsen gets it. Wayland is there. Dumps it to Ben Rogers. And Lake intercepts it. We're running. They stop the fast break. Waylon George gets warned. Duplessis gets it to Nick. Pat Wall guarding. Dumps it to Charles Lake on the wing. To Waylon George, top of the key. He's got a clear out. Makes a move. Nice play by Waylon George. Gets the open spot and hits. Charles Lake with the assist. 4-point lead for the good guys. Ben Rogers to Pat Wall. Nick is there. They're running some flex. Trying to get inside shots. Springer out to Boone. Lake there. Good defense. I'm going to work the ref. I get ignored. Ben Rogers to Springer. Good defense. 7 on the shot clock. Brett Nielsen has it. Pat Wall, 3 on the clock. He's going to have to shoot. He does, and it's blocked by Nick, gathered by Bobby White for the rebound. Nice defensive play by Nick. He does come up with a block every now and then. Waylon George with it to Bobby White, his first touch. He fires up a 3, but it's no good. And it's stolen by Duplessis. And we go the other way. He gets it to Bobby White. Nice play by Duplessis, and then the assist. 6-point gem. Maryland Eastern Shore with all the momentum right now. Down to Nielsen. Waylon George is there. Waylon George commits the foul. And a timeout. They're not going to put any of their guys on the bench, so neither are we. That's how I'm starting to be more calm. my substitution patterns. Wall with it. Anthony Springer on the clear out down low. He puts up a shot. Duplessis is second board. And back come the good guys. Chance to extend on a 6-point lead. We've only let them... Oh, George got blocked on the 3-point attempt. We've only let them score 2 points in the first 5 minutes. That's incredible. We're coming off the best defensive game of the year for us. And a good start here. Pat Wall with the charge. Offensive foul number 1 on him. So back come the good guys. They're pressing. We forced 3 turnovers. None for us yet. Here's Waylon George. And there's our first one. I have to open my mouth. Ben Rogers goes the distance. Jams it down to cut the lead to 4. Now they've got a little momentum. Duplessis. Waylon's been ultra aggressive early. Finds Duplessis on the elbow. Pass taken by Nick out top. Dumps it to Waylon. Picked by Bobby White. Waylon takes the 3 and puts it through from downtown. He's super aggressive. First 3 of the game. Extends the lead to 7. Springer's doubled. And it's stolen by Nick. The double team works. We are finding some gold with our defense early on. Duplessis has it. Finds Nick at the top of the key. Does he want the 3? Gets it to Charles Lake. We told Nick to shoot more 3s. Gets it to Waylon George because why not? He's been hot for us. Bobby White finds Lake, top of the key. Attempts to drive. Finds an open spot. Can't knock it down. Waylon George. Offensive rebound. Dribbles it out. Pass taken by Lake. Should have worked the ref. Duplessis has it. Oh, they're in a 1-2-2 zone. We'll see how we do against the zone with this 5 out. Duplessis back down the Lake in the corner. Waylon George has it. Finds Lake in the corner. Bobby White. 4 on the shot clock. Pass taken by Lake. 1 on the clock. Has to put up a shot. He's blocked. Ball knocked out of bounds by the offense. They're leaving their guys out there, so am I. 7 minutes strong into the first half. Tough defensive play by the home team. Pat Wall is fouled. He'll shoot 2, and Nick gets his first foul. Nobody in foul trouble yet, but 4 of our 5 players have 1 foul. And I don't see any reason to sub. Brett Nielsen gets the offensive board. Putback no good. Ben Rogers gets it and flushes it down. So a 4-point game now. Some little spurt by the Dogs. Bobby White tries to go to the hole. Pulls up. He'll shoot 2. Nice aggressive play by Bobby White. Misses the first of 2. Misses them both. Springer gets the board. Rare trip to the line for White. Nielsen. Chance to cut it to a 1-possession game. Pat Wall gets it. Ben Rogers. Lake arguing with the ref. Nielsen has it. To Boone. Pass taken by Rogers. I'm going to argue. I get ignored. Nielsen. Guarded by Waylon. He lets one go and gets it to fall. 2-point lead. Being cut into here. Pass to Waylon. We're running 5 out. Nick gets it. Duplessis to Lake. Pass taken by Bobby White. 11 on the shot clock. Duplessis top of the key. We're moving it around well. He busts a move, shoots, and he's fouled. And a timeout, so they bring in Baxter, Brown, and Osler. Charles Lake does have a steal, and assist, and 2 points, but he's 1 of 4. So let's bring in Jovan Mitchell. And they leave Wall and Nielsen out there. We'll leave Bobby White out there. Better yet, We'll bring in some early Tim Jones action. I don't know. Bobby White's been aggressive. 2 points, 2 rebounds, but we'll bring in Tim Jones, put him at the 5. And they have 3 fresh players out there. We have 2. Motivate the team, entire team, show some praise. And let's see. I'm not sure if we're running a play here, but let's run a pick and roll. Wait. For Javon Mitchell and Nick O'Connor. Okay, Duplessis is shooting too. Okay, I remember now. And he sinks them both. Nice play by Duplessis. Oh, we don't want to double these guys. Don't double Baxter Brown. Double Pat Wall, though, down low. Don't let him get going. Baxter to Osler. Back to Baxter. They overload the strong side. Guarded by Whalen. Kwame Brown. Oh, Nielsen's out there? Oh, Nielsen's at the 4. Oh, we got to double both the big guys. Wall has it. Tim Jones there. Osler missed. Waylon George with the rebound on the brick shot. Gets to Javon Mitchell. To Jerron Duplessis. Tim Jones has it. Javon Mitchell. We're still running 5 out. Duplessis down low on the block. Has a little clear out. Shoots and scores it. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Extends the lead to 6. Nielsen guarded by Nick now. Oh, the ref is waving it off, calling a travel. They're going to leave Nielsen and Wall out there, so I'm going to leave my big 3 of the moment out there. Javon Mitchell to Nick, guarded by Wall. Nick puts up a 3, bang! We told him to shoot more 3s, and there was a quick one. And nails it. So it's paying off to tell him to shoot more 3s. Wall going to attack the rim. Jones all over him. Wall wishes he could have that one back. Jones picks up the first foul. He will shoot a pair. Stings the first for Pat Wall. He needs a breather. So do my guys, but we're going to let him out there. Well, yeah, we'll let him out there. They're pressing, down 7. 10 minutes left in the first half. Javon Mitchell to Duplessis. This is to George on the strong side. He lets one go off the glass and bounces away, but he'll shoot 2. Nice play there as Javier Osler. Javier Osler gets the foul, and Waylon George sinks a pair. He's got a game-high 7 to push the lead to 9. Nice to see him aggressive early. Nielsen guarded by Nick. Gets it down to Baxter. Baxter puts up a shot, shows his range, and hits the 3. Ryan Baxter shoots it over Javon Mitchell, and that passes in the seats, folks. Finally, they get Dilligard, but they bring back Rogers and put Nielsen back at the 3. So Nick's going to get a breather. We'll get let's see, Steven. I don't like going with the twin tower look, so we'll get Bobby White in there to battle Rogers. Tim Jones is good on Dilligard, and then Nielsen, George, both tired. Let's get Charles Lake in there and put Mitchell at the 3. And they have Springer out there too, and Boone. So they have their whole lineup, starting lineup, except for Dilligard. And our guys are tired. Who can we put in for Duplessis for a couple minutes here? Both Waylon George and Duplessis off the floor. I didn't think this through too well. Maybe bring in Curtis Muhammad. Let's bring in Doug Price and play Mitchell at the 2 and try this lineup. It's an interesting lineup. I don't know. Just has to play for a few minutes and not blow the lead. That's taken by Springer. Mitchell's there. Oh, we have to set up our double teams. Referee listened to somebody. Boone gets doubled. Springer gets doubled. Doug Price guarding Nielsen could be a sore spot. And Rogers shoots the 3 ball from deep. Bang. Cuts the lead to 3. Shooting over Bobby White. Comes Charlie Lake. Doug Price has it. Gets it to Bobby. Top of the key. He puts it on the floor. Gets all the way to the rim and scores it. Slam dunk for Bobby White, who's now got 4 points to go with 2 rebounds. Nice start for him. 2 for 3 from the field. Doug Price gets worn. They go down to Dilligard. Jones is there. And that's foul number 2 on him. That was our foul to give. Okay. We've got 2 starters out there. There are 4. But 2 of theirs are tired. Springer gets it down to Dilligard. Jones there. Back to Springer. They spread the floor, so it's hard to double, and Springer fills it up for 3. 3-pointers getting them back into this game. It's a 2-point lead. Nielsen with the foul. Their 15th foul. And they're going to let him cook out there. This lineup, and it's stolen from Charles Lake, going the other way. Chance to tie or take the lead here for South Carolina State. Nielsen, guarded by Doug Price, does a good job. Landon Dilligard to Boone. Back to Dilligard. Jones is there. He's going to attack. Great defense by Jones, and Doug Price gathers the team rebound. Nice play all around there by our defense. Doug Price, guarded by Springer, puts it on the floor, pulls up, and hits it. Doug Price for 2 with a little corner elbow jumper. Charles Lake, his 2nd assist. Nielsen tries to answer Jovan Mitchell with the rebound. So now this lineup showing a little bit of life. Doug Price gets it again with Springer guarding. Finds Lake in the corner. Lake attempts to drive, gets to the rim, can't finish, and Chris Boone gets the board. Missed the gimme. Mitchell guarding Springer. They have a good 3-point game. We have to watch that. Nielsen guarded by Price. Back to Boone. 4-point gem. Boone takes a shot, comes up short. Bobby White, his 3rd rebound to lead the way for the good guys. Here comes Lake, gets it to Price. Tim Jones gets it, guarded by Rogers. Mitchell has been quiet. Nice crossover. He pulls up and gets it to go. Hits the deuce. So this lineup pretty aggressive out there. Not settling for 3s and getting some nice 2s. Springer to Landon Dilligard. Tim Jones there. Dilligard shoots and hits it over the 7-footer. Cuts the lead to 4. So some good back and forth action here. Jovan Mitchell. And it was kicked by the defense. Let's see. Boone, Springer, Nielsen, Rogers, Dilligard. Same lineup. Their guys are like dead tired out there, though. Haven't seen Joel Boone yet. Boone versus Boone. Let's just leave it as is. This lineup's not playing terribly. Charles Lake gets ignored by the ref. Doug Price attempts to drive, pulls up again, and sticks it. Doug Price with some meaningful minutes and some big-time contribution. Springer's doubled. Gets it to Dilligard. Surveys the floor and gets it back to Springer. Mitchell there. To Nielsen. These guys need a breather. Doug Price with the foul, and we're in the bonus. So we'll shoot 1-on-1. Doug Price also has a rebound and assist, being very active here, being trusted with some minutes. Nielsen gets the offensive board. No, Dilligard does, as Nielsen misses the free throw. Tim Jones gets warmed. Foul on Price, number 2 on him. Now Nielsen will shoot 2. We're not good. We're sending them too much to the foul line. Nielsen makes the first. They leave that lineup out there. I'm going to go ahead and get Joel Boone a little bit. And let's see. Stephen Favors. And leave White, Price, and Mitchell. And they miss again, but we get the rebound. Bobby White, his 4th rebound, to go with 4 points. Joel Boone gets it to Price. Stephen Favors with it. Juwan Mitchell to Joel Boone. Guarded by Nielsen. And White's guarded by Dilligard. Interesting defense here. Boone puts up a 3, no good. Nielsen, his 5th rebound. That's a game high. Rogers with it. Rogers also has 7 points. Nielsen gets it back. Doug Price is there. To Chris Boone. Boone versus Boone. Shoots, but he's going to shoot 2 as Boone fouls him again, sending them to the line. This is the first of 2. Sinks the second. And back come the good guys up 4. We're not that good of an away team. This would be a huge away win for us. Javon Mitchell with the quick 3. No good. Dilligard grabs it. It's a spot from the corner, though. Springer receives the pass. To Chris Boone. Boone versus Boone. Puts up a shot. And how'd the world to get that one to go? 2-point game. Boone gets to Stephen Favors. We're freestyling. Bobby White has it guarded by Dilligard. There's Mitchell again, top corner. Gets to Favors. We're going to have to work the ref here. We're struggling a little bit. Doug Price puts up a shot. He's blocked, grabs the rebound. I want to argue. I will. I get ignored. Joel Boone to Bobby White, 16 on the clock. Doug Price, guarded by Springer. Fancy dribbling. Little short jumper and nails it again. 6 off the bench for Doug Price, doing his thing. Giving us some really meaningful, productive minutes. Nielsen has it, guarded by Doug. He's done a good job on Nielsen, too. Springer puts up a shot, textbook J. 2-point gem. Gets to Bobby White. Over to Mitchell. Stephen Favors has it. They're in a zone again. Bobby White down low. White shoots. Can't get it to go. Rogers with the board. They have a little momentum. I want to curb that with a timeout if they score here. Price guarding Nielsen. And Price commits the foul. Number 3 on him. We're in the double bonus. They'll shoot 2. They bring in Pat Wall to go with their tired starters, but they're leaving their starters out there. Misses the first. Thankfully, they haven't been that good from the line. Is Nick really? No, Nick has good fatigue. Nick, Jerron Duplessis. Doug played good, but we're going to bring back Waylon George. We'll leave Boone out there with O'Connor. Favors. Yeah, that's good. And he misses the second. Another offensive rebound, guys. We have to start crashing the boards a little bit. Boone versus Boone to Nielsen. Guarded by George. Puts up a shot, and it's an air ball that bounces out of bounds to the good guys. Offense. Look for threes a little bit, guys, in this 5-out. With some good 3-point shooters out there. Favors grabs it. Favors passed home by Boone. It's a tied game at 30. And just like that, they have a bit of momentum. Joel Boone gets listened to. Duplessis. To Wayland on the elbow. Shoots, missed it badly. Boone with the rebound. Going the other way, chance to take the lead. We've had the lead most of the whole first half. Springer lets it go and hits a tough shot in traffic. 2-point lead for the Dogs. Oh, this is going to be a good one. Wayland George has it. We're not running anything. Gets to the rim, pulls up, can't stick it. But he will shoot too. Chance to tie it. Makes the first. He's 3 for 3 from the line. He has a team high 9. Make it 4 for 4 from the foul stripe. 32 all. What a first half. Duplessis the foul. Number 2 on him. Have to turn our defensive intensity down a little bit. And Kwame Brown makes the first. And sinks the second. 2-point lead. I don't want to double those guys. We'll double Brett Nielsen. Jumper for Wayland George, the 3. He's got a game high 12. Another lead change gives us the momentary 1-point lead. Osler to Nielsen. Nick is there. Back to Osler. Osler puts up a shot, favors his first rebound. Back comes Joel Boone. Minute left in the first half. Chance to maybe get a little lead going into half. Duplessis sinks the 3. Back-to-back threes for the good guys. Extends the lead to 4, and Brown can't handle the pass from Baxter. Look out. No, let's see if... Well, I want to get a more offensive lineup out there. Let's bring in Doug Price and put Nick at the 5, Doug at the 4. And let's go. Boone gets to Wayland George. Takes his man to the basket. Jumper is good. Tough shot in traffic. He's on fire. 14 game high for Wayland George. Boone commits the foul. Second on him. And they'll shoot 2 now. Baxter at the line. He's got 4 points. And he cuts the lead to 4 with 37 seconds left in the half. Too late to get a 2 for 1. If I check it. Wayland George. Charles Lake in the corner. Nice find. Takes a shot. Brick. Baxter with the rebound. Racing down floor. And George with a steal. He's everywhere. Charles Lake has it. Gets it to Wayland. Guarded by Kwame Brown. George, another 3. He's got 17. 3 for 4 from downtown. Are you kidding me? Brown to Pat Wall. 3 on the game clock. Shoots. And he rattles one home. At the buzzer, Lake cannot get a shot off. And that'll do it for the first half. Condors up 5. We have 2 more points in the paint than them. Second chance points not really a factor, nor is fast break. 17 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist and a steal. 4 for 5 from downtown for Wayland George. 5 lead changes, 3 times tied. We have been up by as much as 9. We'll take a 5-point lead right now. Duplessis also has 9 to go with a steal, assist, and 2 rebounds. Doug Price with big minutes has 6, 2 boards, and an assist, including that offensive rebound. Everyone else has been kind of quiet. Bobby White's played well, 4 rebounds, 4 points, and an assist. For them, it's their big 5. 7 for Rogers, Wall, and Springer. 5 for Boone and Baxter off the bench with 5. And they've gone with a really shrunk lineup. So we'll return to the game. We will run the usual suspects out there. And yeah, let's go, guys. Possession goes to us. So let's go. No, they have it. We have the possession arrow now. Okay. Ben Rogers with it. I forgot to do matchups. We're not going to double Rogers. We're going to double Springer and Boone. Pat Wall throws a terrible pass over the head of Boone. Coming back for the good guys. Here comes Lake. And Nielsen commits the foul, number 2 on him. One more foul for Springer or Nielsen will give them 3. Nice way to pick up a quick team foul. Waylon George steps in and hits another. Made it look easy. He picks right up where he left off. 19 for Waylon George. Springer. Ben Rogers has good position. Pass intended for Wall, knocked out of bounds by the defense, so they'll toss in. Springer double teamed. At Wall. Nick is there. Gets it to Nielsen. He's been quiet, just 3 points. Misses that one. Nick with his first rebound has not really been needed. And Nielsen commits a foul, number 3 on him, and in comes Osler. So a big foul there sends Nielsen to the bench, one of their best players. I think he is their best, no? No, Boone is. Bobby White, stolen by Javier Osler. And back come the home team, down 7. Ben Rogers gets it to Pat Wall. Nice defense by Nick. He sticks a great-looking bucket there. 9 points for Pat Wall. And terrible pass over the head of Duplessis. So back come the bad guys. Ben Rogers shoots and misses. George with his 3rd rebound to go with 19 big points. Oh, am I still looking for threes? No, okay. Waylon George with it. Pass taken by O'Connor. He's got a 3 in the game. His only points. To Duplessis. Duplessis attacks the rim. Can't get it to go. Pat Wall with the board. His 3rd. He would be the first in double digits for the Dogs if he scores here. 5-point game. Osler misses. Nick his 2nd board. Good box out there to get the rebound. We do need his rebounding because they've gotten some offensive rebounds. Just haven't gotten the second chance points. Duplessis sidestep, shoots. Waylon George offensive rebound. Pass taken by Charles Lake, and we reset the 5 out. Lake to Waylon. To Jerron Duplessis, top of the key, guarded by Chris Boone. They're in his zone. And Chris Boone with the foul, number 1 on him. That's already their 3rd team foul. Something to watch for in this half. Pass is stopped. It's a kicked ball. Comes Lake to Duplessis. Gets all the way to the rim and 1. Beautiful move. Jerron Duplessis. And that's a 3rd foul on Springer, so they bring Baxter in. Huge change of events there. And their 4th team foul, and he converts a 3-point play, 8-point lead. Now they're without Springer and Nielsen. And defensively, we want to turn the full court up a little bit. Wall catches. Nick is there. Gets to Rogers. He has a 3-pointer. Baxter guarded by Duplessis. To Chris Boone. Double comes momentarily. They get back to Baxter. 8 on the shot clock. Rogers, 7 on the clock. 6. Osler has it. Down to 4. Baxter's going to have to do something. Gets it to Osler. 1 on the clock. They get the shot off. Duplessis the board. Rush shot there at the end. Nice defensive stand for us. Duplessis on the elbow. Little clear out. Gets it back to Bobby White. Pass taken by Nick on the baseline. Clear out for Bobby White. He's going to put up a shot. He's blocked, though, and Chris Boone comes away with it. White now missed his last 2 shots after starting 2 for 3. Chris Boone lets it go and knocks it down. Cuts the lead to 6. Waylon George has it. He's got a game-high 19. Duplessis next with 12. Charles Lake has been quiet offensively. Puts up a shot and knocks it down for 3. Right on timing right there. 5 points. He does have 4 assists and a steal as well. Baxter to Wall. Wall all over him. Great defense by Nick. Duplessis gets listened to. Offensive rebound, couldn't put it in. Waylon George's 5th board. Flirting into double-double territory for Waylon George. Gets it to Bobby White. Floor wide open for someone to drive. Who will that be? Duplessis has it. He shoots a 3, no good. Pat Wall with his 4th rebound. They still don't have anybody in double figures. Rogers. Pass taken by Osler. He's scoreless. And George with the foul, number 2 on him. The only thing I see is that they can bring back in Nielsen and Springer when my bench guys are out there and they could do some work. So what I should do is prepare for the future a little bit. Let's bring in Doug Price. For Bobby White. I wanted to get one of Waylon and Duplessis off the floor, but no, we'll just bring in Doug Price early. Offense will look for threes a little bit. Boone to Baxter. He gets by Duplessis. Defense steps up and makes him travel. Great D by O'Connor. Let's see, Springer and Nielsen check in right now to go with Boone and Rogers and Wall. We'll leave this line about there. Back comes Charles Lake to Nick. Clearing the floor. It's taken by Duplessis on the opposite side. Duplessis drains the triple, biggest lead of the night of 12. Could we get another win, guys? Springer puts up a quick 3. Duplessis with the rebound. Man, the march to the big dance. Duplessis, another one, but that's an air ball. Knocked out of bounds by the offense. He was feeling it, though. He's got 15 right behind Waylon's 19. Guarding Springer here. Springer takes a quick 3. We've got to watch that. I didn't have double team on him. Charles Lake. Down to Nick. And Wall with a foul, number 2 on him. They only have one more foul to give before they're in the bonus. They're down 9. Lake gets it to Duplessis. See what he wants to do with it. Nick O'Connor. Pass taken by Lake. Puts it on the floor. Gets to the rim. I thought he should have got fouled too. And scores it. Pushes the lead back to 11. And Duplessis the foul, number 3 on him. We're going to let him cook. They have their starters out there. 2 of them with 3 fouls. Nielsen with the ball. Makes a move. Tough shot. Waylon George all over him and gets the rebound. His 6th. Still has a game high. Duplessis with it. He's been coming on. Doug Price in the corner. Nice move. Oh, and a travel on Doug Price. So back come the Dogs. Down 11. Springer double team. Doug Price gets there. Wall with it. Price recovered to Rogers. Springer double team by Lake now. Back to Boone. Good defense. Boone, Lake all over him. Good defense, and Lake gathers the rebound too. Sprints the other way, and Nielsen with the foul. That was their foul to give. That's number 4 on him. Huge play. And I'm going to give Waylon a break because we're going to need him later. And let's get this lineup out there. Chance to extend on the 11-point lead. Doug White has it. It's Lake. We could still look for 3-pointers. Doug Price in the corner. Duplessis has it. Back to Price. Price wants to clear out in the corner. Down to Nick. Opposite corner. Dumps it back to Price. Little pick for him. He's going to put it on the floor. Another jumper. Nice aggressive play by Doug Price. Chance to extend the lead. He's got 7. That's got to be like a season high for him. Or something. 8 points for Doug Price in meaningful minutes. This is not garbage time. Pass was knocked out of bounds and a timeout. This is definitely not garbage time. I do want to make a sub though and have Stephen Favors come in. We don't have to look for threes. They have Wall and Rogers out there. And we'll leave Lake and Duplessis. 13-point gem. Under 12 to go in the game. Favors guarding Wall. Goes by him. Bobby White steps in, but Pat Wall now in double digits. He has 11. Springer with 10 to lead the way for the Dogs. Duplessis to Favors, running our 5 out. Swings the ball to Charles Lake. Going to go to the basket. Nice little step-in jumper. 2 points for Charles Lake. He's now got 9. Starting to heat up himself. That Wall gets it again. To Springer. Double team comes. Duplessis. His 4th foul. And that's a big one. Whalen will come right back in for him. Springer to shoot 2. Sinks them both. 11-point gem. And let's get Jovan Mitchell out there as well. So we've got some bench guys out there. We're relying on Jovan Mitchell to lead the way a bit for us. Doug Price has it. To Favors. Favors shoots a 3. Pat Wall with the long rebound. Chance to cut it to single digits. Boone gets by Mitchell. He's been quiet, but now he has 9, and the lead's cut to 9. Pass taken by Doug Price. Nice crossover. Another little pull-up. Can't hit it, but he'll shoot 2. Super aggressive play by Doug Price. Chance to get into double figures. And he's 4 for 4 from the line. He's got 10 points. Unbelievable game by Doug Price, saying that he needs more minutes out there. Pat Wall with it. Stephen Favors the foul. That's our 14th foul. Boone shoots a quick 3. Price with his 3rd rebound. Nice board for a team that's been crashing the boards against us. Waylon George has it, arguing with the ref. To Doug Price, because why not? Price shoots, he's blocked. Ben Rogers gathers it. And Mitchell commits to foul number 1 on him, team 5th, and they bring out a fresh 5, except for Osler. I'm not too worried about that. We'll leave Wayland out there. 11-point lead. Oh, let's not double, though. Anybody. Osler takes a shot and hits it for his first 2. He's 1 of 6 from the field. Cuts it to 9 momentarily. Jovan Mitchell's pass deflected out of bounds. Mitchell's to Doug Price. Doug Price with the 3. Are you kidding me? 13 now for Doug Price. That's got to be a season high. In really impactful minutes, I can't believe what I'm seeing. We have to play Doug Price more. Baxter answers with the deuce. 12-point gem. Unbelievable. And Doug Price demanding the ball. Gets it to White. Will run the 5 out. Reverses it to Mitchell. He attempts to drive and pull up and scores it. 4 points for Jovan Mitchell. Extends lead back to 12. Baxter, quick 3, no good. Favors with the board. Doug Price arguing with the ref. He's very engaged in this game. He knows it's a big game for us. And Brown with the foul. We're in the bonus. Or they're in the bonus, so White will shoot 1 and 1. Sinks the first. He's played well. 6 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds for Bobby White. And hasn't fouled. 14-point gem as the largest it's been. Brown gets by in the trees and scores it. All kinds of defenders around. Mitchell comes back. Up 11. Doug Price gets it. Price, another 3. 16 for Doug Price. I cannot believe my eyes right now. 15 points. Oh, fouled on the 3, though. Doug Price with the foul, his 4th. We're going to let him cook. George needs a breather, though, so let's bring back Charles Lake. That lineup looks fine. Also to shoot 3. Offense, let's turn down the pace a little bit. As we're up 13, and he's gonna he converts 2 out of 3. Offensive rebound and putback. Are you kidding me? A 4-point trip for the Dogs, and just like that, they cut it to 11. Bobby White has it in the corner. Pass taken by Mitchell. Where's Doug Price? There's Charles Lake in the corner. Beautiful move on the defense. Pulls up and scores it. Great looking bucket. He's in double figures. 11 points for Charles Lake. I guess the best defense is to keep scoring. Price guarding. He's got 4 fouls. Dowling to Kwame Brown. Mitchell's there. Swings it back to Osler. He wants it at the elbow. Shoots and scores it over Doug Price. Price and Osler going back and forth. Doug Price now on the elbow. He wants it right back. Dishes to Bobby White. Charles Lake with it. Back to White. Clear out for him. White puts up a shot. Misses. Gets his own offensive board. Nice hustle play by Bobby White. To Charles Lake in the corner. Doug Price gets it. Clear out for him. Gets to the rim and scores. 18 now. 1 point behind Waylon George's 19 for a game high. Doug Price has been priceless in this game as Dilligard makes a move and dunks it. Lots of baskets being scored here. 11-point lead. Here's Price again. Price is passed stolen by Baxter. And they go the distance. We're going to get a full timeout. They cut it to 9. Full timeout with 6 minutes left. Let's get our guys back out there. Let's get Nick. Lake, Duplessis, George, and Price. And honestly, with this lineup, we kind of want to look for threes, but we kind of want to stall as well. I don't know if stall is the right move just yet, but motivate the entire team. Actually, I'm going to show Dougie Price some praise. Let's run a pick and roll, Charles Lake and Nick O'Connor. Could have run in isolation for Doug Price, but here's Charles Lake. Pass for Nick, sails out of bounds. That's not good. Baxter, Brown, Osler, Dilligard, Dowling. They're doing this with their bench out there. Lead is 9. It's been as high as 14. Baxter to Dowling. Nick there to Dilligard. Puts up a 3. That would have been big, but Nick O'Connor grabs the rebound. Gets it to Charles Lake. Duplessis with it. He's fresh. Gets it back to Lake. Puts up a 3 and nails it. Puts it through from downtown. Huge shot there to extend the lead back to 12. And they have their whole bench out there. Osler and George with the foul. Another 3-point shooting foul. Now they bring back Boone, Springer, and Rogers. Osler has been heating up here. Sinks them both. And sinks all 3. 9-point lead. They bring in Nielsen. We were not super prepared because Waylon George is way too tired. As is Doug Price. So we'll bring in Bobby White. And I guess Jovan Mitchell. And turn the pace way down. I don't want to click stall just yet. But we'll have to go with this lineup. 9-point gem. 5 minutes left in the game. It would really take a collapse here to lose this one. Mitchell with it. Lets it go. And why not? Drops in a triple off the glass. His first 3 of the game. 12-point lead. Now you can safely say stall it. Nick guarding. Here's Nielsen. Dishes to Rogers. I didn't do my doubles. Rogers to Boone. Both teams in the bonus. Nielsen guarded by Mitchell. Swings it back to Boone. 2-man game with Nielsen. Springer. They don't get a shot. Oh, Duplessis with the foul. That's number 5 on him. He fouls as the clock hit 0. That was crazy. Waylon George is too tired. I'm gonna have to put I guess we're gonna have to go with Waylon George. I don't know. Our guys are a little tired. 11-point lead. 10. We get the defensive board. Jovan Mitchell with his second rebound to go with 4 assists and 7 points. He's played nice. Waylon gets it to Nick. 4 minutes left in the half. Bobby White has it. Charles Lake. Our guys are a little tired. I didn't do a great job with the fatigue this game. Because we were winning, I wanted to extend their minutes to push it higher. Oh, Nick with a nice move. He's been quiet. But he scores 2 right there to push it back to 13. Big play by Nick. So that 3 by Jovan Mitchell and that 2 by Nick. Huge 5 points right there. To keep the pressure on. Springer gets it in the double team. To Boone. Attempts to drive. Lake all over him. Hits a tough shot in traffic. Lead cut to 11. 3.5 remaining. Waylon George has it. Nick. Just got to stall a bit here. Lake attempts to drive. Gets to the rim and scores it. 16 now for Lake. George with 19. Price with 18. Lake with 16. Duplessis with 15. That's been the difference right there. 4 big-time scoring games. Boone guarded by Lake. 13-point gem under 3 minutes left. Mike Dowling. And that pass sails out of bounds. So not looking good for those guys. We'll bring in Joel Boone at the 2. Timeout, South Carolina State. Motivate the entire team. Praise. Let's run a pick and roll with Joel Boone and Nick O'Connor. See if we can run that. Inbound to Boone. Oh no, Lake has it. I guess we're not going to run that play. And the pass is stolen, but we stopped the fast break. Springer has it. Looks like we're going to go even, guys. 5-5 possibly in the conference. Is that what we're looking at? For third place, Ben Rogers misses badly. Lake with the board. We just need to stall it out here. Mitchell. And a foul, so they're in the bonus plus. Will shoot 2. Charles Lake goes to the line shooting a pair. 17 now for him. Misses the second. Springer grabs the board. 17 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Did it mostly in the second half, did Charles Lake. And it looks like we're going to go 5-5, guys, with another win. How cool is that? We stopped their big 3 again. Nielsen only has 3 points right now. Rogers, nice move. He's got 7. Wall with 11. Springer with 13. Boone with 11. Misses the first. And he sinks the second. 13-point game. Don't know if they'll try to foul or if they're going to say it's too little too late. Minute and a half left. Clear out for Charles Lake. So many scoring opportunities we're having. Just trying to stall out the offense. Boone, pass was deflected out of bounds. Fine. I have timeouts left, but I'm not going to get that particular and use them. Not really necessary. 3 on the clock. Boone with the foul. Lake will shoot another pair. Misses the first. And sinks the second. 18 now for Charles Lake. Tied for second highest scorer behind Waylon George with 19. Doug Price also with 18. And Duplessis fouled out earlier with 15. Approaching a minute left in this gem. Maryland Eastern Shore Condors are going to go to 5-5 in conference. 9-16 on the season, I believe. Crazy how we're turning this season around in the second half with our play. Charles Lake, game high. No, he missed it. Missed it inside. Back comes Boone, 14-point game. Springer's bothered by the double team, gets it to the wall. Kicks it out to Boone. Lake is there. Lake all over him, fouls him, and 1. And he sinks the old-fashioned 3-point play, 14 for Boone. Scores at 11. Still, Boone attacks the rim. Why not? Oh, he missed it. He missed the gimme. That would have been his first points. He's scoreless. Bobby White with his 6th rebound to go with 6 points. 3 assists. No steals, shockingly, today. Bobby White, though, has it. 5 on the game clock. White shoots a 3, clangs it off the rim, and that'll do it, guys. 88-77, your score. Also, Javon Mitchell played well. 7 points, 4 assists, 2 boards. Doug Price, player of the game, was Waylon George. 19 points, 6 boards, a steal, and assist. Total domination there at the end. Led by as much as 15. Very, very cool, guys. So, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I do hope you enjoyed another win. Super awesome. Can't wait to save this one. And I invite you guys to join me next time, which again is going to be another huge game against Norfolk State. The undefeated in conference play Norfolk State. So, like I said, if there's a conference tournament, we're playing for seeding. If not, the season's pretty much already over because Norfolk State has wrapped up the conference. But we get to play them next time. And we'll go from there. So I invite you guys to that one. Hope you guys enjoyed, though. Please smash that like button if you did. Lets me know that you enjoy and you help the channel along. Also, feel free to drop a comment or subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I hope to see you guys next time as we'll do some simming. Super awesome stuff. I can't believe how good we're doing now that I've learned to coach a little bit. 9-16, getting respectable. Super cool. So until next time, guys, be well, live well, stay well. Much love, peace, and joy. Catch you guys in the next one. God bless and God be with all of you. Peace out, guys. Ciao for now.